Hi guys, it is Saturday the 15th of February, which I think is the start of the Thriller-a-thon, which I am planning to take part in. I have not put up a TBR or anything, but I love this readathon. It's just such a great way, as I've said before, of just like flying through some thriller books that have been on my shelves for too long. So I am definitely going to be taking part in this, and I wasn't planning on vlogging, but I think I might, and just see how it goes, and if it ends up being a good vlog I can put it up. So yeah, I just wanted to quickly check in. I am actually still reading the book I was reading during the week, which is The Bronte Plot by Catherine Ray. So it is not a thriller-a-thon at all. It's more of like a contemporary fiction book. But I also want to start Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris, which I do have on my phone from the library today, so that is what I'm going to try and read, or at least start today. So that is a thriller that I will start today. That is the only B.A. Paris book I have left to read, because I've read all of her other books and I've loved 2 out of 3 that I've read. So I'm hoping I will like this one too, because I've heard really great things about this one. So yeah, we will see what it's like. It's something to do with a couple who seem to be perfect, but there seems to be a lot of secrets, and there could be something really, really sinister going on behind the doors of their house and within their marriage. So yeah, it sounds quite interesting. And B.A. Paris always writes like really fast-paced thrillers that I've just flown through. So I think I'll probably be able to read this really quickly. So I am looking forward to starting that later at some point today. Hello, so it is a couple of days since I checked in. So I checked in on Saturday, and then I did not check in yesterday, and today is now Monday. So I wanted to check in and let you guys know what I have been reading and what I'm reading now. So obviously I was reading Behind Closed Doors when I last talked to you, and I finished that. So I started that on like Saturday at some point, and then finished it on Sunday morning. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed it, and I have already done my wrap up and everything on that, so you guys will know that I really enjoyed it and what I did and didn't like about it. So I'm just really glad to have read all of B.A. Paris's books now, and I can really say that she is definitely one of my favourite thriller authors. I have liked 3 out of 4 of her books that I've read, so that's a really good thing for me to know. And then after that one, I was really unsure what to pick up next, so I decided to go for The Guest List by Lucy Foley. I read The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley a couple of years ago and really, really enjoyed that one. It wasn't like the most amazing thriller I'd ever read, but it was still pretty good. So I wanted to read this one, and I was pleasantly shocked by a couple of things. One of them is that it's set in Ireland, which I always enjoy. I think Lucy Foley's parents are Irish, some sort of Irish connection in her family, and one of the main characters as well is called Aoife, which is my name. So it's very rare for me to see my name in books, so it was really just like a nice surprise to see my name there. So I really enjoyed that. So I'm really, really enjoying it so far. Lucy Foley is just excellent at creating these disgusting groups of people who you really just like loathe, and you kind of want one of them to be the murder victim, if you know what I mean. Like, you know there's someone, that you know there's a body somewhere, and you're kind of hoping it will be one of these like disgusting people that you've kind of gotten to know a little bit over the course of the book. This one, in the Hunting Party, she had a group of people who I think they'd all gone to like Oxford, so they're privileged in that way of being just like these kind of well-educated muppets basically. And in this one there's a group of lads who all went to boarding school together, and they're just so gross and horrible. And the thing is, you definitely know that there's people like that in the world, mostly in British Parliament, to be fair. So I kind of do love when you have characters that you just love to hate, and that's definitely what's going on with this book for me so far. So yeah, I'm going to get back to reading that one, because it's one of these books that I keep thinking about, and I keep thinking about getting back to it, and I really like when that happens. So that's what I'm going to do now. Hey guys, it is Tuesday afternoon, or not really afternoon, it is evening, and I am home from work. I've had my dinner, I finished my book on the way home, which was great. So I finished The Guest List by Lucy Foley, which I was really, really enjoying, as I said, and I continue to enjoy it. And yeah, I just really enjoyed where it went. I just love all the disgusting characters that she creates, and God, that wedding, honestly, read like the worst wedding anyone could ever be at. It just sounded horrible, even without all the weird stuff that happened in it. Just the wedding party and the people at it and everything that happened was just, yeah, I would not want to be at a party like that with those type of people ever. So yeah, I really enjoyed that, and I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 stars. And now I'm going to get on to All the Best Lies, and I've been really anticipating reading this one because I've loved the first 2 books in this series. This is a crime series called the Ellery Hathaway series, and we are following basically I don't know whether she's like a police detective or just like or FBI. I think she's a police detective, and we are following her and this FBI detective who are they basically just solve crimes and stuff. But Ellery herself is a victim of a past serial killer, and she's kind of like the one that got away, the one that was saved, and she still deals with a lot of stuff because of that. And Reed Markham, the other character in this, is actually the police officer who saved her all those years ago, and he was just really fresh on the scene. So they have this shared past as well, but they also have all these other things between them, and that makes just reading them really interesting, and you never really know what's going to happen with them. And you also, for me, I don't know if I want anything to happen between them, or if I just want them to stay friends and colleagues, or if I want something kind of more romantic or sexual to happen between them. It's always just a fine line, and I can't figure it out. But I really love the 2 characters. I always love the crimes in this, the mysteries, and I can't wait to read this one. This one we are following something that happened to Reed when he was, before he was born. We are following something that happened to his mother, and it's going to be I think it's going to be really interesting, because stuff that happened at the end of the last book was such a cliffhanger. So I've been dying to get this book to see what happens next. So I have finished 2 books since I last talked to you. Yes, I'm pretty sure, because I've talked about the guest list already, which I enjoyed. And the book I finished yesterday was All the Best Lies by Joanna Schaffhausen. And I really enjoyed this one. I actually think I'm going to do a full video review of this one, because I just enjoyed it so much, and it's definitely one of my... It probably is my favourite crime series, because I don't read a lot of other crime series where I've read them from the start and really enjoyed each book, except for the Robert Galbraith books, but I haven't actually read the 4th book of that one yet. So but I've read all of these ones, and I just really enjoy them, and every time I finish the most recent book, I am just dying for the next one, and I want to read that one straight away. I just love the characters in this one so much. This one we are in Las Vegas, and we are actually following the murder of Reed Markham's biological mother. She was killed when he was 4 months old in a really brutal murder, and he has never really investigated the case before, and now he kind of finally feels like he is ready to look into it, and he has the means to be able to reopen the case and really look into who possibly killed his mother. And there are so many secrets around it. I really enjoyed where this one went. I thought there was enough things going on in it. It's one of those ones where there's the murder itself that they're investigating, and they kind of come up with all of these other things that are kind of connected but kind of not, and kind of lead off into their own direction, which is also really exciting. I think the dynamic between Reed and Ellery is just so fascinating always to read, and I really enjoy kind of the steps they took together in this one. And I also love in this one that Ellery is obviously she is a victim of a serial killer, and she went through some really horrible trauma when she was younger, and she is not okay. She still has so much PTSD from that, and it kind of shows that it's not something you can just get away, you can just recover from, and this is something that will be with her for all her adult life. And I enjoy that she is still struggling through that, and Reed, as someone who is her partner, is also kind of seeing how he can help her with that too. So I really love just that journey they go on. So I gave this one, I think I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. But I loved it. It's so good. I cannot recommend this crime series enough. And then today I finished 7 Days by Alex Lake. This is a thriller I just had from NetGalley, and this is about a woman who was kidnapped when she was 15 years old, and she has been basically kept captive in this little room for 12 years, and in that time she has borne her captor 3 sons, and her 2 oldest sons, every time each time they turned 3 years old, her captor came in and took them away, and she never saw them again. And now her third son it is like a week until his third birthday, and she knows that she only has a week left with him, or else she has to kind of figure out, is there a way that she can save her son? Is there a way that she can escape this? And we're basically following that story. I really enjoyed this one. It's kind of like a mix between Room and The Lovely Bones, the way it was told. So we were getting the perspective of Maggie, who was the victim, and her trying to figure out how to escape this room and trying to figure out how to keep her son safe. And then we're going back and forth from the time she disappeared and what her parents are going through. We're getting her dad's perspective, her brother's perspective, and then we're also getting the perspective of one of the police officers who is investigating that. I did enjoy it for the fact that it was just a really fast, fun read, so that was exciting. There were some little bits that I had issues with. I wouldn't say like it was the best writing ever, but it was gripping, and I flew through it really fast, which is what you want in a thriller. So I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. So now I think the next one I want to read is Our Little Cruelties by Liz Nugent, because that's one I really, really want to read, and I've kind of been like, oh, should I save that until March for the Irish Readathon? But I've so many other things to read for the Irish Readathon as well. I think it'll be okay if I start this one early. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do, and I don't really know what it's about. It's something to do with brothers who murder each other. I think that's what happens. So yeah, Liz Nugent never lets me down, so I'm very excited about this. And then hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to get my hair done, because as you can see, I can't see. I'm like a dog with like a shaggy fringe. Yeah, so that's the plan. Hello, it is Saturday afternoon. I'm just about to go horse riding, and I just wanted to check in really quickly after last night and just say that I did start Our Little Cruelties by Liz Nugent. I am about 12% in, so I haven't gotten very far, but I'm already kind of loving it. Liz Nugent just creates the most disgusting characters, a little bit like Lucy Foley, except Lucy Foley, I think, like, she creates these kind of cast characters that are kind of almost on the outskirts that are really horrible, and some of the characters you're following are quite nice, where with Liz Nugent the main characters you're following are just not nice, and you're trying to kind of figure out, and because you're getting things from their perspective as well, you're kind of figuring out if, you know, are they not nice, or are you just, should you be agreeing with them? And yeah, I just love that. I just love all the disgusting characters she creates and how complex they are at the same time, and yeah, it's great. So I'm very much looking forward to continuing on with this book. I'm going to go, I've booked in my hair to get later after horse riding, which is why it looks like this right now, and it's a bit greasy and not straightened and all over the place. So I'm going to get my hair done, and then, which is always perfect reading time. I love going to the hairdresser because it's just like, can be like an hour of solid reading, and what's better than that? Not much. Hi guys, it is Sunday evening now, and I've just finished Our Little Cruelties by Liz Nugent, so I'm officially going to end my Thriller-a-thon reading from now. I really enjoyed Our Little Cruelties. I think it's very similar to Skin Deep, whose character in that is Cordelia, by Liz Nugent as well, in terms of it's a real character study into these three brothers, their lives, and you are just trying to figure out which one killed the other, what is the story, which one is dead. It's just really, really interesting. It's not one for people who like thrillers to be like really action-packed. This one is more like just finding out about these characters through all these little events in their lives that are quite, you know, like quite ordinary, but it's just more of how all these characters have reacted to things in their lives and what they've done to others and how they have basically stabbed each other in the back so many times. I just thought all the characters were just fairly horrible. There's one character who wasn't horrible, I like innocent one in amongst a bunch of other horrible people, mostly because he did actually suffer from quite extreme mental illness throughout the book, and that is described a bit. He goes through a lot of kind of psychotic episodes. It's fairly obvious he suffers from some sort of schizophrenia. Yeah, he's up and down throughout the entire book, and there is descriptions of some of his psychotic episodes and what he is seeing, and yeah, how we suffer from that. So for people who might be sensitive to that, just so you know that that is there in it as well. So yeah, I am just going to go and have dinner now. I made a veggie bolognese, so I am looking forward to that. And then I think I'm also going to treat myself to a bath later too. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I kind of tried to change it up a little bit just in the format of, you know, just putting in some extra little bits and pieces and putting in some like little effects and stuff to the clips just to make it a little bit more exciting and maybe nicer to watch. I did actually tweet earlier and I kind of wanted to talk about it a little bit here, about basically I feel like there's a trend lately on BookTube, particularly on BookTube, and reading vlogs, and people just having these like amazingly aesthetically pleasing vlogs, and everything is edited so well together, and you know, everything about these vlogs are just amazing. And even when they're outside, the lighting is perfect, makeup is perfect, everything is perfect about it. And it's definitely made me feel really inadequate lately when I think about my vlogging and I'm looking at my vlogs that I'm doing, and I just don't know how these people do it. I really like admire them for doing it, but I'm just someone, like, I'm someone who's working a full-time job. I have a social life as well, like I have my friends, I have my boyfriend, and sometimes it's really hard for me to find the time to vlog as well, in amongst just like my ordinary 9 to 5 and doing everything else. Like sometimes it is genuinely like the first time I actually have a chance to think about vlogging or think about talking about the books I'm reading is when I get home and I collapse on my bed and I'm like, oh, I need to update my reading. And that's what you get this like kind of slightly not very well lit clip of me with my makeup half down my face, my hair all over the place, and me in probably like a brain dead voice saying what I've read and what I think about that. And when that all ends up together, sometimes I just feel like it's not a very good vlog and people probably don't enjoy watching it, especially when I'm comparing myself to all these other amazing vlogs of people who've really put so much time and effort into their vlogs. And yeah, I've just been feeling so inadequate about my vlogging lately, and yeah, it's not really a nice feeling. And I'm just kind of reminding myself that even if I can do little things, like even just like to make myself feel better about my vlog as well, even if it's just like sitting in front of my bookshelf instead of on my bed and having like a light on me, just so I maybe like just don't look as tired, or you know, just those little things that when I go to edit it I actually just feel a little bit better about the vlog. And those are just like really small changes, so I want to try and do that, and then just to do the little things I can do in iMovie, because I don't use like very professional editing software. I just use iMovie on my Mac. Those little things I can do with iMovie that make the vlog just like a little bit nicer and just even more like enjoyable for me to read. Like I like looking back at my vlogs, and there's particular ones, particularly the Irish Readathon vlogs, that I love looking back on now and again. And yeah, and there's ones I really like the clips I have in it and the way I've edited it and stuff. But yeah, I've just kind of trying to make a little bit more of an effort maybe, and just seeing like little bits and pieces I can do just to make it a bit more exciting for me, but also as a reminder to people that your vlogs don't have to be amazing. As I said on Twitter earlier, sometimes I just really prefer vlogs. There's some vlogs that there's so much in them and they're so perfect. Sometimes I actually find them a little bit hard to watch because they're so perfect, and I actually just want to watch a vlog of someone who's exactly like me, who's working a full-time job, who is just quite tired and just wants to talk about the book they read that day, even if it's just a clip in their bedroom at the end of the evening and we don't get another clip until the next evening. Sometimes I like that too, and yeah, I find that a lot more relatable, you know, and it's more enjoyable for me to watch. So yeah, those are just my thoughts about vlogging lately and what I think about it, and if anyone else feels the same, just so they know they're not alone in that, and we all kind of have our ups and downs and our doubts and yeah, our feelings like that. So yeah, I'm going to end this vlog here now with that thought, and hopefully you guys liked it. If you did, please leave a comment down below, and yeah, you guys had a great reading week as always, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.